Commissioner and Chairman, Information and Voter Education Committee, announced this on Thursday in Abuja after a meeting where stakeholders deliberated on a number of issues including preparations for the elections. Okoye said that the commission had observed with deep concern the escalating levels of violent actions and incendiary statements by political parties, candidates and their supporters in the run-up to the elections. These actions include destruction of opponent campaign material such as billboards, violent campaigns, and use of offensive language. It is important for political parties, candidates, and their supporters to keep in mind that there are extant laws and regulations that must be adhered to during campaigns. The Commission will not shirk its responsibility to enforce the rules of the game. Consequently, parties and candidates must on no account underestimate the resolve of the Commission to enforce the rules and regulations and apply appropriate sanctions against those who choose to break them. The Commission remains determined to conduct peaceful elections in the two states and in the outstanding national and state assembly by-elections. Okoye said that political parties must realize that Edo and Ondo governorship elections were taking place at a time of a global pandemic, and the Commission was working assiduously to observe and comply with all health and safety protocols issued by the Commission and health authorities. He said that with the pandemic taking its toll on the citizenry, the people of Edo and Ondo State must be saved from the added burden of violence and raucous elections. Political parties must remember that Edo and Ondo governorship elections have strict constitutional and statutory timelines, and threat of violence or actual violence can disrupt those timelines and create a constitutional crisis. The Commission will continue to engage stakeholders in the two states of the need for free, fair, safe, and peaceful elections, given that it has committed enormous public resources in preparing for them. The Commission will view gravely any disruptive actions by political actors, he warned. Okoye said the Commission would work with and collaborate with the security agencies to contain incidents or threats of violence before and during the elections. Regulatory agencies with roles in the elections, especially those dealing with insecurity, hate speech, and abuse of mass media, must step up their activities and ensure that people caught breaking the law were held to account, he said. The Commission reassured the people of Edo and Ondo and its determination to conduct credible and safe elections in the two states and urged residents to support the process. Well, I think the hate speech they are talking about, supposed to go to these people, the so-called politicians, because I could hear that they want to increase the fine of hate speech from 500,000 naira to 5 million naira. And unfortunately, the people who are even championing this whole process or this exercise are the culprits themselves at one point in time. When it favors them, oh my goodness, they will begin to descend on other or the perceived opponents. That is what they do. Like Mohammed was telling us this and this and this and that. They are doing a kind of review. But essentially, if you look at these politicians these days, they are the culprits of all of these things. All the laws they put in place, they are the defaulters, and they are the ones who are always going against whatever that has been put in place. So this whole issue of I want to be in charge, I don't want to be in charge, you are the best, you are not the best, I'm the right person to be in charge, it's all about themselves, not because of anybody. Put laws in place, they will be the first to flout the law. So what are we talking about? What are we saying? Well, the presidency should wake up to their responsibility to protect the lives and property of the citizens. No one is above the law. Oshomole and his gang should be arrested now. Before Oshomole came to Edo State, there was peace. It is better to stop this whole mess before it gets out of hand. This was how Boko started. Nobody has monopoly of violence. A word is enough for the wise. Is it the president that has not even been able to be able to curtail the activities of herdsmen, the bandits, the whatever, the Boko themselves? Is it the same president that wants to say anything? I think everybody should just forget about this president, and let's be hearing from Femi Adesina and Gabashew, because the president is not in tune, or I don't think he don't even knows what is even happening. That is just one thing. People always say, okay, somebody say presidency. When you say presidency, it's not even the president, because it is the presidency that we have. We don't have a president that can speak and issue a warning to all these people. You know, that's why a lot of people do miss Obasanjo. You know, like him or hate him, he has his own good side, a lot of good side. You know, when situations like this arise, he knows what to do at the appointed time, but not the what we are experiencing today. Nobody talks to anybody, nobody gives any form of encouragement. You are going to be hearing what the president is saying from a third party. Is that how to run a government? Is that how to lead people? So somebody who is expecting the president or whatever to speak, the person will be is missing it. See what is with all the cry, with all the talk that has been going on concerning the killings in the north. Yesterday, see what happened again. 22 people's lives were taken again, and we have a president, and the only thing they will come and say, oh, he has ordered for rejig of the security apparatus. What are we talking about? You know, it's not, it's unfair. Inec is fully aware of Oshomole's hate speeches and incendiary statements. They are fully aware of the treasonable coup d'etat by Oshomole and his APC loyalists against the good people of Edo State. Inec is fully aware that Oshomole is a sacked APC national chairman and he has long been suspended indefinitely from APC. Yet, Inec is allowing Oshomole to impose himself as APC campaign manager for Ezeyamu in order to advance his own pecuniary interest to gangster control of Edo State Treasury. Does it mean that Inec is ignorant of the law that says Oshomole's imposition of himself as APC campaign manager for Ezeyamu is illegal? A big shame to Inec. Do your election free and fair, but don't go there and try to rig election for Ezeyamu and Oshomole. There is no evidence or threat to peace to the October election in Ondo State. Ondo is independent of Edo. INEC should clearly note this and discharge its constitutional obligation to conduct Ondo election in October. Edo election is September. Problems of election or violence in Edo is not the concern of Ondo State and should not be linked at all. Of course, Ondo has really been peaceful. That's just the truth of the matter. Ondo has been peaceful. So guys, let's hear your opinion concerning what INEC has said.